Hello, Jason here. Today is May 5th, and this is your aftermarket update. So, it's been a little bit of time since we have prepared a video here, and during that time we have come out with a really exciting new tool that is offering to you as an indicator the element of time to your trading. In addition to that, the vehicle through which we provide this communication to you is also new, and we call it the OTG Trade Plan Indicator. So before we go through and talk about the timing of this, let's talk about the OTG Trade Plan Indicator. If you'll notice on this chart, at the very top in the bar here, you'll see a black button called the OTG Trade Plan. It is a regular indicator, just like any standard Ninja trader indicator, and there you can see it is the OTG Trade Plan Indicator. And once you apply it to your chart, it bolts to the very top here in the black area here. Okay, so if you want to get your trade plan indicator, you simply click on the button, and it loads your trade plan indicator here on your chart. And so this is today's trade plan, and and it gives you what we talked about here a moment ago, the different times of the day that we're expecting major moves. And when I say major, they are moves that should be trending until the next time frame. And then beyond that, we give you the minor moves that occur or that we're anticipating to occur within the trend. One thing that's important to note about the OTG pivot times, and I give you a list of rules, is that we are looking for this. The time is accurate about 80%, right? So 80% of the time you should expect to see a move in and around that time of day. And then direction, which is less important than the time, and that's what I have here on your plan, is accurate about 60% of the time. So again, you're going to have an indicator that gives you an indication of the time of day that's accurate about 80% of the time, and then with the direction about 60% of the time. So if you take a look here really quickly, let's take a look at this 1 minute chart. And this is where I recommend you watch this time indicator is on the 1 minute chart. So if you take a look here at 6:24 a.m., we anticipated a move to the long side today. So at 6:24 a.m., that's where the yellow arrow and this red dot is. And so clearly you could see that at this time of the morning, the market then began this long move up. We expected that to last until 8:01 a.m. All right, so we expected this move to last until this time right here, which is at 8:01 a.m. We did go up, we came back down, and then the market was expected again to get long again. All right, so at 8:01 a.m. it did go up long. We were expecting it one more time to pause, and then again to get long at 8:08 a.m., which is right here. And then, of course, it moved up, and then at 8:19, which is this red dot here, we expected the short to occur. And then, of course, we said long again at 8:38, and 8:38 was right there. That's 8:35. So it happened a couple of minutes earlier than anticipated. And then we expected the market to move up into a chop zone at 8:45 a.m. Well, if you look here, this began to chop at 8:45 a.m. Okay, and so one of the things that is very important, and we'll come back here to this time frame at 6:24 a.m. If you take a look, right here is the 6:25 a.m. candle that we were talking about, and that is right there. Well, that's a hard color to see, so let's do it this way. I'm going to drawing tools. Sorry about that. Let me get, we want the ellipse. And so right in here is that time frame, right, that we expected, that we said we expected the market to get long. And let's just come back here. Right here lines up. This is 6:24 when we expected the time. That's 6:24. This is the 6:25 candle right here. And you can see it happened right at one of our support and resistance levels. And the market then made this move from 59.48 all the way up to that point where the high at about 8:15 was 60.78. So that was 130 ticks that we had posted on the trade plan at 9:30 p.m. last evening. So again, you can see what a powerful tool this is here for us here at the Oil Trading Group. So as the market began this long walk up, today we did take our OTG trade of the day right up here against our red break 1 target. We actually got in at 04, the top of the range. We got in right here at the bottom of the range, right around this 07. Actually, I believe I got in at 04 because we came up to 07 and I got it on the way back down as confirmation. And then we came all the way down here to 52. Market did bounce up a little bit, kind of went back and forth, and then came back down underneath it. In fact, this looks like a 70.5 right here. If you drag this to this. Yeah, so you can see how the market made this stab down, and then we began this jagged 70.5 move. Now, we were done for the day. We caught this, ended up being 140 ticks. We got short up here at our resistance point, and we came all the way down into this area here at 51. What you're going to hear me say in the video is that I'm going to be looking at 52 as the target. I ended up getting taken out at 64, so we had 2 off at 30 ticks and 2 off at 40 ticks, which made for a grand total of 140 ticks. But you're going to hear me say 52 is the target on this move down, and we got down to 51. But I didn't want to give back too much in the way of heat, if you will. So there's going to be 2 videos here on the OTG trade of the day. Part 1 of the video is going to be me discussing early in the session around 7:50 this morning what our trade of the day, what our trade plan is going to look like and what the timing we're going to expect to have happen throughout the day. And then the second piece, it's about 36 minutes, you're going to see me get in short and ride that target down for 140 ticks. So again, without further ado, I'm going to let you watch both the intro to the trading session today and the OTG trade of the day. If you take a look at your trade plan, it'll be interesting to note that if you look here at the time frame of 624 is when we said that there would be a major trend occurring right around the long, and then again at 628 this morning. And if you take a look here on your 1-minute chart, this is a bit easier to see here. I'm going to drag these in just a little bit. But you can see that's what these 2 dots represent. They represent the time that we were expecting the move to occur in the market. All right, I'm getting comments about no sound. Are you guys, can you hear me okay? Testing, testing. Everything sounds okay, fine on your end? Okay, very good. All right, if you continue to having problems, Alan, you may need to reboot. Okay, so again, you've got these. This is your trade plan. This is the timing that we said that we would expect a move to occur, and these are represented here by these 2 red diamonds on your chart. And then, of course, we have made a significant run up, and you'll also notice that launch, that time occurred. Let me drag this down. That time occurred. When that time occurred, we are right here off of your support and resistance levels down here. So again, this is right in that area, 630, 625 in the 630 candle. So that was right at the bottom end of your support zone. And then, of course, the market has since moved up all the way to this resistance point up here at 60.48, and that is where we failed. Same thing here. When we got to this red break point, we paused, but again, the market had so much energy on that move up that we came all the way up into this resistance point up here at the 60.47, 60.48 level. So again, we'll be monitoring the trade plan here today. We are, again, just in case you're not familiar with this, what we're expecting here, and I say this if you scroll down. By the way, I put this trade plan in the documents folder, which is located in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. And I give you a little bit of explanation about what these pivot times mean. And then in addition to that, I give you a couple of examples of when it's with direction that we expect and then when it's against the direction that we're expecting. And so again, all of these little waggle times. So this is broken down into 2 categories, and I'm explaining this because we have a number of guests in here today. I'm explaining this in greater detail. These are particular trending type areas here, areas where we expect the market to be trending in a direction. That's the major trend moves. Inside of those moves, there's all the ebbs and flows that go on inside of those trend moves, right? And so, again, these are all just little wiggles, waggles, whatever you want to call them, as the market is kind of fluctuating in and around these bigger time frame ideas. Also, I've identified areas where I expect there to be some chop zones, right? There's 2 or 3 areas where I expect it to be the chop. So, as an example, at 8:45 a.m., I'm expecting us to chop until around 9:08, when I expect the market to take a move at 9:08, and the probability for that direction is for it to be long. So again, don't get hung up on the direction. I still toy with the idea of taking this whole directional thing off of the trade plan, because I still get lots of questions about, well, you said long, but it didn't go long and went short. All I really want you to focus in on is the fact that these are the times where we are expecting the market to do something, right? And again, you may go, well, that's, you almost got every minute of the day on here, but that's really not true. But there are a number of times here that to be looking at for sure. And so I'll keep you updated, and I'll keep talking about them so you can kind of get a feel for what it is. The probability that the time is accurate to about 80%. The probabilities are accurate, or the direction has a probability of about 60%. Okay, so again, just keep that in mind. So at 7, let's just go through a couple more of these really quickly here while we're sitting here. There was an expectation at 7-11 for us to have again an increase in activity with the probability that it would be short. Well, let's take a look at where 7-11 is. 7-11 is right here. All right, so again, we got to that 7-11 point, and after we had chopped around for 1, 2, 3, 4, about 7 minutes, then the market shot up. Again, probability in terms of moves, not direction. And then at 7:34 was the next time frame that we were looking at, which is right here. And that is where we made a high, is right here at this 7:34 time frame. And then we have really started failing off of that. The next one was 7:43, which is right in this area right here. You get the point, right? That each one of these time dots do represent a point in time where we are expecting the market to get a little bit more active. The major trend moves are the bigger picture time frames, meaning that as we are expecting it to do something in a trending fashion at these time zones, inside of those time zones are the normal course of retracements and those kinds of things. Hopefully that makes sense. We'll talk more about it as we go through it. You also have your ES here for the day, your ES time frames as well. That document is also in the folder down below. And again, we'll continue to monitor those. Pull the entry down. That was 08, may have been close enough. There's 0304, and I'm in. Stop is 10 ticks. 08 is very possible that was close enough at 08. That is right to the bottom of the zone there. Stop is 10 ticks to 04 right now. 14. 10 ticks to 14. I know this is a bit counter to what's going on here, but this level at 11 should be formidable. This level at 11 should be formidable here. And we didn't quite touch 11. That's the only concern. You've got 105 long at 00 right now. Limit orders long at 00. Thanks, Peter. Appreciate it. We'll see what happens here. Good job on your entry, by the way. There's 8, 9, 10. That is right up there to your 10 ticks on the stop here. We'll see. That again, there's the reaction off of 10-11. Now we got to get through to the downside here. If this breaks properly, and there's no guarantee, this is a really heavy move here. There's 0100, get through 0100 now. There's 00. If this, there we go, 99, 98. Okay, if this breaks, first target is 84 down there. If this breaks properly, we should come back to 77 at a minimum here. Stop is 03 right now. First target is 77, 78. 78 here, maybe 80, because that 80, there's your gap bar close there at 94. Break even +1 right now on the stop. Final target, if this all broke properly, big if, is back to 50, 60, 59. That's the next target back down below you. If this breaks properly here. And I guess I should have waited for that 10 up there. Would have been filled? 80 on the bid, 80 on the offer? Probably would have been filled even. See if we can get through. All right, so when we were coming down, 77 was a tough area here for us. Let's go to break even +2 to 02. There's 89. $33 limit orders. You've got an iceberg at 91. We just chewed through it, or we are trying to chew through it rather. There's 89. First target down there, 78. I am expecting it right in this area to start coming down here. We'll see. We'll see how far we can get underneath here. 04 to 74 would be 30 ticks. All right, you've got a new bar in 46 seconds. You'd like to close at or below 88. At or below 88 on the close. '03. Really, at a minimum, then you want to close 93 or lower here in 10 seconds. Get below the we closed underneath the lower third of that bar. That is what you wanted to do. You did close below the lower third of the previous bar. So that is what you wanted to do. Now you need to get down into this 77, 78 level. Yeah, that's the other thing. And Dave St. C points out. So the 200% range extension here generally keeps the ball in the yard, and that means that we should get to fair value or lower either today or tomorrow. So again, today's calculation for fair value is down there at 09. There's 87, 86, 86, 85. We're going to look to take, I'm going to bring this down, just see if I can squeeze 30 ticks down to 74. I'm bringing the trailing stop down here to 94. I'm going to take 2 off at 94 actually. So I'm selling here. I want to buy stop 2 at 94. So I'll take 2 off at 10 ticks. If it comes down, we can't get down through it. The bottom of that bar was 82, and we were down to 83. I'll take 2 off at 94. Otherwise, I'm going to try to squeeze this down to 74, understanding that if we get to 77 and stop, let's pull this other 64 down to 59. We'll try to get 2 off at 59. Down below. There's 86, 85. like, okay, you've got 4 minutes left on this bar, 3 minutes rather. I'd like to close 85 or lower on that bar. Again, as long as we keep closing in the bottom third of these candles, these 5-minute bars, we keep closing in the bottom third, that's a good sign. I've got 2 coming off though at 10 ticks if it jumps back up to 94. Which clearly we don't want it to do that, but I'll take 2 off at 10 ticks if it comes back to 94. And you got 105 limit orders long at 80 down there. And there's just no finishing to the downside here because that is against the trend for sure. And the remaining stop here will be 03. There we go. Come on down through it here. You've got 2 minutes here. I'd like to see us close in the bottom third of this bar. That's what that little dot is. 85 or lower. You close in the bottom half, bottom third, at a minimum bottom half, bottom third. That should give you a continued push down. But we'll see. There's 88, 87. 86 again. 85. Let's see if we can get through 80. There are 104 limit orders long at 80, and you can close 85 or lower. You'll be in the bottom third of this bar, and we'll be looking to take it down to a 77 down there. 104 limit orders long. 108 limit orders long at 80. 109 now. You've got some orders down there. You've got a nice iceberg here at 85. Trying to keep the lid on it here. New bar is in 56 seconds, 85 or lower. So we do have orders backfilling. You've had 105 on the offer at 85. You've got those orders at 80 down there. You've got those orders down there at 80. We get through 83, 82, I think we'll be in good shape. You're in the come on, 86, 85. You've got 10 seconds here to close 85 or lower. 86 or lower actually is what it is. Good. So we closed in the bottom third of that bar. That should continue our push down if you believe in price action. Right? Bottom thirds, closing in bottom thirds of bars is generally very strong. There's 82, 81, there's 80. That 80 is, you've got some iceberg orders here at 81 and another iceberg at 80. 74 is the first target. There's 79, 78. That's 20, 22. 74 is the first target on 4 down here. Let's go. Let's bring this, taking 2 off at 89 down here. Come on, get through 79, 78. That revision signal is there at 77. Getting 1 tick off of it is a bit concerning. We've got to pop through it here. All right, I'm going to take 2 off. Hang on a second. 89. 89. Take 2 off at 89. That's plus 15. The center point on the gap bar here is 86. Come on back down through it here. You know what? Bring this back to 94. I'm going to give all this some space. It's worth the risk to try to get to 74 and 30 ticks on this move down. We should push down into about 1020. It's at 1021 where I have the longs picking back up again. At 1021 is where I have the longs picking back up again. Yeah, 1021, 945 we said short at 945 on the plan. Where is 945? $9.45 was the short on the plan, and that was right here at this high. So you got a little bit of a rollover there. You did get a move up and tag that high up there at 10. All right, we got to get through the revision signal down here. You've got 2 minutes left here on this bar. I'd like to close it below 80 or lower here. 80 or lower on this bar. That again will be another bar in the bottom third. At a minimum, you need it to close 82. 82 at a minimum. 82 or lower, 80 or lower would be and then 1021, I'm expecting it to resume and pick it back up long here at 1021. So we'll see if we can bring this. Okay, there's 79, 78. Get through 78, 77. There's 78. 77 is that revision signal. If we could pop through 78, we should be able to bring that down. 89, take a 2 off at 89. Since I'm going to go 5 ticks deeper on this one, since I'm going to try to get 5 more ticks on this, I'll take it 5 ticks down on the stop. Iceberg order at 79 and a little bit of an iceberg order at 78. New bar here in 38 seconds. Get through 77 now. That's the revision signal to the tick on the front, on the backside. So you came up, down, you came to it, then up above it, and now back down to it. It's acting what was resistance is now support. If we can chew through it here, and that's a big if. You've got an iceberg at 79. You've got 162 on the bid at 79, and you've had 114. All right, so if you close here 80 or lower, right here, 80 or lower, you're in the bottom third again, and you are. And you're at the 10-minute mark after the hour. Really, this should come down to 59. This should come down to 59. I am going to take some off at 74, but this should come down to 59. 66 limit orders long at 81. Backfilling iceberg at 81 and then 80. There's 80. Let's go 79, 78. Come on, get through 78, 77. We've not been able to get through 78, 77. 115 on the bid. We've had 115 hit the bid at 78. This is the battle zone right here. Come on, get through 78, 77, and go get me my first target of 74. 76, 75. Hit but no fill and out at 74. 30 ticks. Okay, good. All right. 89 is the trail stop. And 59 is the final target. So that was good. So now if you can end up closing below the revision signal, we'll probably bring this target down to the revision mid at 52. So if you get a close underneath the revision signal, we're going to be looking to target down to 52. And then at 10:21, we're expecting another move here. We're going to tighten up the stop. So at 10:21, 8 minutes from now, we're expecting another move. And theoretically, it's long into the close. And it could be very well what it's trying to do right here is establishing this base. Or it may come down to the 59 level before it tries to get long. Right now, I'm expecting it to come down to the revision mid down here at 52. Let's go ahead and protect 20 ticks here at 84 on the remaining. I'm going to go ahead and protect 20 ticks on the remaining balance here to 84. All right, on your plan, we said 10:07 was the next area where it would pick up short, right there at 10:07. Here's your plan. And then you've got 10:20. Actually, that 10:27 should be 10:21. At 10:27 should be 10:21 to the long there. So there was your action dot there. That was 87 down to 73. I'm looking to target, we're looking to get down to about 59. You have 110 limit orders long at 70 right now. 110 limit orders long at 70. $84, break even plus 20. At 21, I'm expecting a push down into the 21 area, 10:21, and then you may get a long out of that area. So I'm going to bring this stop down to just above the revision signal here. Again, if you close a bar in the bottom third here, that's what these dots represent. 74 or lower every time we've done that. We've done that on the previous 4 bars, and it's continued that drive down every time we've done it. So we're looking to target down to 52 to 59 in that area. This is revision signal. We haven't closed below it, but you're about to. You'd really like to see this thing close underneath 74. So we did not close this bar. This is the first sign of weakness here developing on the shorts. You didn't close below the 3/4 spot here at 74. That's the first sign of weakness coming in here. And you've got 6 minutes now till the expected long. 52 is the target. 84 is the trailing stop. I'll be right back. All right, get to that double bottom at 72. We did. 52 is the final target. Again, at 10:21, I'm expecting a move into the close. The probability says that it's long, but we'll see. Bringing this trailing stop now down to 75. It's 2 ticks above the revision signal. 79. 79. 108 long at 67. Trailing stop at 81. $10.21. 3 minutes. I'm expecting this to start hustling into the close, and right now that hustle looks like it's long until the bottom of the hour, and then it's going to pick up the short again down to about 10:50 this morning. But again, I just want to reiterate, it's not about the direction so much as it is the time on the chart. It's less about direction and more about times. 52 is my target down there. 112, you got an iceberg at 70. You've got an iceberg at 70. You had 112 limit orders. Sorry, you had 112 coming in behind it. You've had 238 hit the bid now at 70, and you're into 69 now. 52 is the target. $84 limit orders long at 67. $10.21. It may pick up. We've got a time at 10:21 where we're going to expect it to move. This may be to the long side for the final 10 minutes of the European session. 81 is the trailing stop. Break even plus 23 to 81. Again, though, you get this bar to close 70 or lower, you're in the bottom third. If this does not, then that'll be back-to-back bars showing weakness. And if this thing closes green, then... And all right, so at the end of the next bar, about a minute and a half, this thing does have the potential to get long into the close. So right now, my stop is at 81. $108 limit orders long at 67. Again, you want this to close below the 50% mark, and it did not. That's a sign of weakness, and we're into this area where we're expecting that potential move up. 81. We're expecting a move. The probability is that it's to the long side, so that's why my stop is 4 ticks above the revision signal at 81. It can still move down. There's no question about that, right? But the probabilities are that it is going to be a move at 21 at the end of this next bar, and the probabilities are to the top side into the close. So it's at the end of this bar right here, or this bar right here is the expectation. It may have happened down here already. It may have happened a bar too early. It's not like a bus schedule where you can stand at the station and wait for it to happen. Well, maybe it is a little bit like a bus schedule. It's a couple minutes early, a couple minutes late sometimes, but this is the time that we're expecting a move here. Right now, that time is telling us long, but again, it's more about time than it is about direction. I know I've said that a bunch, but I want to make sure that that is completely reiterated. So again, if we can maintain ourselves below the revision signal here, you got 9 minutes till the close. And you want to stay below this 77. Now, interestingly enough, you'll have a new market trend long developing. There's a touch of your revision signal now. So, we'll see, right? Like I said, 21 is the time frame here where you are expecting a move. And that is where we've had it. And the expectation was that it was going to be to the long side, but we've come up and touched the revision signal and held. And you've got 6.5, 7 minutes till the European session close. And you had a couple of bars of weakness. We'll see. Came up into the revision signal and stuck the dismount there. Let's see. This would be awesome if we could pull back into it now. Let's go ahead and bring this from 81 to 78. 78 on the trailing stop. Well, that'll be 78 on the trailing stop. Well, if 79 on the trailing stop, that would be 25 ticks. Like I said, I'm expecting a hustle into the close long here. And then right after that, it looks like it's trying to get short for about 20 minutes. So let's do this. I'm going to bring this back up to 81. 82 actually on the trail stop. Because it may just linger right here. And then if we can limp into 31, then you look to pick it up down to your target at 52. And we got as deep as 68. You've got a heavy set of orders that have completed here at 76 down to 73. And now you have an iceberg underneath you at 74. And see if we can fight through 68. I'm expecting this to come to 59. And then maybe as deep as that revision mid at 52. There we go. All right, there's 63, 62. All right, bringing this trail stop down to 74. There's 61. It may get to 59 only. We'll see. Trail stop here. There's 60. We got down to 60. Trail stop 74. Break even plus 30 to 74. There's 57, 56, 55. Bring the trail stop down to 69. Like I said, we should come down to the revision mid down here at 52. Let's make that 54 and 50 ticks. Bring the trail stop down to 64. I'm not going to get. It's going to be 10 ticks. It's going to be 5 ticks either side of this. It's either going to be 40 ticks or 50 ticks on the target. There's 58, 57. Oh, I thought we were going to get there. Well, like I said, it's more about time than it is direction. And again, you rolled right out of it here just a couple of minutes later. And I said it's like a little bit like a bus schedule, right? It's not perfect. But again, you had the big move right there, right in that zone. I'm out, by the way. All right, so you saw there that we got in. Up here was the high at 11. At 10, we had that level at 11. And then once we quickly got underneath both of our market maker levels here, the structure target and the revision target, we were looking to target down to 52. One of the things you heard me talk about, if you watched the video all the way to the end, which I'm presuming you are since you're listening to this, you had that revision mid all the way down here at 52. We got down to 51. This is where we were looking to target once we'd gotten to close below this revision signal. So anyway, we could have added another 20 ticks to the total, but I was happy with taking that off at 140 ticks. So again, be on the lookout today. We're going to be rolling out a new special to include this time element into the program and the package. We think it's going to be a very effective component for you here with your tools at the Oil Trading Group to help you get to that time of day, to be able to help you narrow down the time of day with the moves. That, coupled with your market maker levels and your OTG support and resistance, should be a fairly powerful combination for you. So again, as always, I want to say thank you for spending time watching the trading videos here today. And until tomorrow, I want to wish you good luck and good trade.